What's up, everybody? I got a lot on the board. Let's jump right into it. Devin Vassell over 16.5 points and rebounds combined, minus 128 on FanDuel. I'm probably going to play Devin Vassell over 19.5 points, assists, rebounds, minus 104 on FanDuel as well. Not sure yet, but most likely. Dante DiVincenzo over 3.5 rebounds, minus 115 on points bet. The way he's covered this prop, I don't understand why it hasn't increased to 4.5 or 5.5. You can find over 4.5 if you want plus money, plus 127 on Novig. Jay Huff over 1.5 blocks, minus 185 on 3 ET. Sadiq Bey over 23.5 points, assists, rebounds combined, minus 120 on Bet99. PJ Washington over 14.5 points and assists, minus 130 on FLIFF Flip. PJ Washington over 6.5 rebounds, minus 137 on 3 ET. Terry Eason over 11.5 points and rebounds combined, minus 108 on Betano. Terry Eason over 13.5 points, assists, rebounds combined, plus money, plus 110 at Fanatics, or over 12.5 points, assists, rebounds, minus 111 at Betano. Jaden McDaniels over 3.5 rebounds, minus 150 on Fanatics. Josh Okogie over 0.5 threes, minus 182 on Betano. VJ Edgecombe over 1.5 threes, minus 141 on Ballybet. Steve Adams over 7.5 rebounds and assists, minus 120 on Bet99. Stephen Castle over 21.5 points and assists combined, minus 114 on Novig. I might actually look at his points, assists, rebounds instead. Nah, I'm going to stick with the points and assists. Kobe White over 6.5 rebounds and assists, minus 143 on Betano. You can go over 7.5 for plus money, plus 115 on Hard Rock Bet. I'm sticking with the 6.5 myself. Connor McDavid over 2.5 shots on goal, minus 170 on the score bet. William Eklund over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 180 on ESPN bet. Blake Coleman over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 180 on the score bet. Arturi Lehkonen over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 154 on Novig. Jakub Chikrin over 2.5 shots on goal, minus 170 on ESPN bet. Logan Stankoven over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 160 on the score bet. Rasmus Anderson over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 175 on ESPN bet. Alexei Protosh over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 144 on Novig. Dylan Gunther over 2.5 shots on goal, minus 132 on the score bet. Anthony Bouvier over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 135 on ESPN bet. Jack Quinn over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 108 on Betway. And Jordan Eberle over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 170 the score bet. Peace.